You can now support Crazy Bob and his Used Furniture Warehouse Ghostbusters by visiting patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Come on down to Crazy Bob Kaplansky's Used Furniture Warehouse. Yeah, you've seen us in the news. You've seen the mayor of Toronto publicly deride our company for being a menace to society. Do we have a nuclear containment unit in the back room that's holding on to ghosts that at any moment could explode, taking away half of the city of Hamilton? I'm not allowed to comment on that. Do we have employees who work here at the Used Furniture Warehouse who strap on proton packs and drive around in a haunted vehicle just to blow up historical landmarks all around Toronto and the Southern Ontario region? I'm not allowed to comment. But do you know what I am allowed to comment on? Our blowout sale. That's right, you can come down and get these new furnitures. These chairs don't stand a ghost of a chance. Try and hide away from these low prices. Yes, come on down to Crazy Bob's Used Furniture Warehouse today to get a new possession. And if you need any help with the Ghostbusters thing, just go and knock on the door in the back. And remember, they're not Ghostbusters, they're terrible warriors.
I've got nothing. Welcome back to Terrible Warriors. I am your Ghost Master, Mike the Birdman Dodd from thisweekingeek.net, but I am not alone as I'm wondering, who are we going to call? I'm joined with...
I'm Derek the Bard from Chasing the Muse.
I'm Tom. He's an Evil Genius White from Weird Video Games.
And I am Tiffany von Solo Compton.
And we are playing a version of the Ghostbusters RPG. This one provided to us from nerdyshow.com, who give us new equipment cards, new certificates, and ghost dice. Very cool stuff. They actually have the updated gear from the Ghostbusters video game, which is tremendously badass and kind of cool. So when we last left our adventures, these guys had just discovered a hidden room under Toronto City Hall that was filled with occult objects, and evidently had figured out something having to do with, well, they're not entirely sure quite just yet, but they know that they've more or less got enough evidence to prove themselves innocent of being complicit in the slime farms being dangerous to public safety, thanks to the New York branch of the Ghostbusters providing safety checks. Now they just need to prove that to the rest of City Council and pretty much the world at large to prove that they're not indeed incompetent.
So fun.
Now, however, though, just as we were leaving our last hour, they were discovered by a pair of potentially goons who wanted to do them harm, but they were saved at the last moment by the ghost of former Toronto Mayor Rob Ford, who was able to escort them out to the motor pool where he used to most often use it to get away from the press as well. But hey, he's always doing Ward II right. Ford Nation, as they say, remains eternally vigilant even in the afterlife.
Hashtag Ford Nation.
Hashtag Ford Nation. Not that this is any recommendation of him. I just think this is a good way to say goodbye to an interesting fellow.
It's an homage.
Exactly. An homage to an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
God rest his family. Anyway, all right. So moving on to hour 3 of this adventure. So you guys are in Ecto 6. Where are you guys going to go? You've got all these pictures and evidence. So you're going to head back to Hamilton?
We probably should, because that one bitch is probably still there.
Yep. And I mean, have I gotten a response from Ray yet on all the texts I sent him?
He's like, I'm looking over it with Spangler and Yates. Should have some documentation for you later this evening. But he's like, we are looking over it now.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head back into Hamilton, and just absolutely bullshit traffic.
Ugh.
Absolutely takes you a good chunk of the day to get back to Hamilton between construction and accidents. It's a mess.
She's going to Walter Peck us, isn't she?
You don't know that yet.
She's totally going to Walter Peck us.
So you arrive back at Crazy Bob's. You come into the office. You see Chad still sleeping under his desk. Front door's open.
Jeez. How long have we been gone? He's still asleep?
Oh, yeah. You've been gone at least 5 or 6 hours.
So I'm guessing Cam's character was unsuccessful in waking up Chad and sicking him on the mayor.
Well, he tried.
I was kind of hoping that that Chad was going to like seduce her with his muscles or something. And
it's Chad. He can't be bothered.
So
he's useless. Yeah.
So as you arrive back at the Crazy Bob's, you don't see Phil anywhere. Like I said, you see Chad asleep under his desk, and the store is suspiciously quiet.
So, guys, Rob Ford was a ghost?
I mean, seems that way.
Aren't we supposed to bust that?
Bigger fish, buddy. Bigger fish.
Other problems we have to address right now.
First. And besides, I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone else, but he did help us. I don't see a problem with him staying here if he wants to.
So, Rob Ford was a ghost?
Okay, we need to get you some coffee, buddy. Let's go downstairs and see if she's wreaked havoc down there.
Okay, so you guys go down towards your ecto containment unit. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Although Phil's gear's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Like his pack and his jumpsuit and everything's gone.
We give Phil a call.
Yeah, we probably should.
He picks up the phone. He's like, yeah?
Hi, Phil. This is Bob. Where are you?
I'm actually on my way to Buffalo right now.
You're
Why?
right.
Yeah, I don't work Mondays, dude.
Where is your
God.
equipment?
Oh, that's in the back of the car.
Why?
Why?
I'm doing birthday parties on the side. Shut up.
Oh my! And Agnes just face palms.
That
I guess this is on
the mayor?
speaker.
well, that and there are these kids from Buffalo and they want to make a YouTube video, and I
The
said,
mayor.
fine. Oh, right, yeah, her. She came by and yelled at me for like a couple of hours, and then she yelled at Chad, and Chad wasn't having any of that, so he went back to sleep while she was still yelling at him. It was really kind of weird. Yeah, she her and a bunch
We all
of
wish we could do that.
her and a bunch of her like office guys came by, and they looked over our containment grid, looked at one of our packs, just wanted to see if we were operating within Canadian safety, nuclear, blah blah blah, and they just kind of took off.
They didn't take anything?
Not that I saw.
That's weird.
But he's like, so I'm coming up to the border, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke. All right. Well, I mean, if he says she didn't take anything, I guess we're fine. I don't know.
Well, we have to go down and check the containment grid then.
Yep. Oh wait, it's technically Monday, isn't it?
Not yet.
Oh no, not
until
yet.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping we'd get that delivery because I want to know what it is. When is that person coming from New York again to see to our
morning.
containment unit? Okay.
Tomorrow morning. So yeah, you
All right.
still got a few hours, but you have tons of research to go over.
True. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it, I guess.
Okay, then. So, who's leading this research part? Basically, what is your prevalent theory right now?
That either the mayor or someone else is performing some kind of dark ritual for reasons.
Reasons that are ambiguous.
But that obviously are tied to this shit that we found under City Hall.
Yeah. So right now the research is kind of like we aren't doing what she said anymore. We're literally trying to figure out what the hell is with that room and how the transit system is connected to it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we better figure out. I mean, we should get all the pictures from the SD cards that we got. Is there any way I can like roll brains and see if we can find anything like any kind of correlation between them or
Occult, absolutely, yeah. So everybody, give me brains rolls. We're gonna role play this out.
all right.
Let's
At least
follow the
some-
breadcrumbs.
11.
I rolled 2
18.
again.
Fuck's sake, Tom.
I got 18.
Hey, I rolled a 5 once.
All right, so Agnes, so you're kind of looking over these things. You're seeing that whenever you do a job for the city, activity tends to rise there for about a couple of weeks afterwards, and then it just suddenly drops off. And it's always the city calling you into these particular jobs, and it's almost always coming out of this woman's jurisdiction.
So I'm getting the feeling that the jobs we've been doing for Toronto are an inside job. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling, but all the information is pointing to the fact that maybe they are the ones causing these disturbances.
Wait. Are you telling me that all the jobs we've been doing for the city of Toronto have all been out of the ward of the woman who just took over the position of mayor?
A majority of them.
Because if it was all of them, then it would have been too obvious.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, no, Agnes lets them know what she feels, her opinion on the situation, and says, isn't that the ward that new mayor said that she was from?
Yeah.
This seems suspicious.
Now, there have been, in those locations, in that particular ward, you guys have tried to set up slime farms, but the slime has mysteriously died. As in, it never psychokinetically activates.
Which means that the hauntings that we're getting in those neighborhoods then is...
They're not positive hauntings, or they're nothing that can be changed to positives.
It means that if a haunting is then occurring, it's not raising the overall background psychokinetic energy level, which means that which wouldn't make sense if it was a natural haunting, because the ghost would need to draw off energy, which means that the hauntings are being created.
So summoned from that room.
You also tend to notice that anything that's underground tends to get, from looking at some of the safety reports that have been issued by your office, underground seems to have a higher background energy than most, especially in this ward. And you're not entirely sure why.
Subway systems. It's my theory.
The subway. Okay, let's correlate it to subway maps.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, everybody roll me brains again.
Okay. Can I roll a cult again or no?
Yes. Oh, I rolled 5.
Ooh.
I got a 9.
I got a 16 with a force die for the ghost die.
Okay, so
A 16 with the power of the force.
Exactly.
Use the force, Agnes.
Use the
Wrong
force.
game.
all right, so you're kind of looking at it, Agnes, and it takes you longer than most to articulate it, but you're like, look, guys, you're definitely noticing it is underground. It seems to be when there's digging, the background activity jumps, and significantly, but the hauntings in the area don't.
So they're trying to tap into something that's underground?
That seems to be the prevailing theory so far.
Huh.
But as to what? Speaking out of character, you guys also have resources like Tobin's Spirit Guide, Spate's Catalog. Don't forget these things.
Well, it depends if any of us actually took those things on our sheet.
That's true.
Actually, don't think I took one of those. I had the proton pack and the ghost trap. Shit. I didn't actually take that. Did anyone else have that?
I have a ghost trap, a proton pack, and a PKE meter.
What about you, Tom?
He has
equipment. I have a proton pack and a trap, and I have Chippy.
True. Oh wait.
What's your third piece of equipment, though?
Oh, let me check my sheet here. This has never come up. I didn't write it down.
Do you want Tobin's Spirit Guide or something?
You might as well, man. I would honestly kind of like to hear read from the Tobin Spirit Guide. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I think. Did I have the goggles? I'm sorry, I'm spacing on this.
I think you did.
Let's just pretend this is Doug spacing. Like he doesn't actually know what equipment he has.
I'll allow it.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put the goggles on and just I'm wearing goggles.
The goggles, they're just night vision goggles, basically.
They don't detect ghosts or anything?
No, if you read the description
fair.
of the book, they are literally just night vision goggles.
That's lame.
I'm still putting them on.
I can see better now.
Everything's super bright.
All right. Well, if none of us have that,
Okay, all right. Everybody roll me brains right now.
okay.
Because you do
See,
notice something.
This is why the gumshoe system exists. Part of Gumshoe's ethic is that it's really hard to move a plot forward when it's dependent upon the players getting a specific number on a specific roll, or having a specific piece of equipment that nobody thought to take, which is how every other game works. Whereas Gumshoe, when it comes to investigation, you automatically succeed.
Oh, nice.
You have to roll for everything else, but their investigation stuff is really cool.
Okay, so Agnes, you kind of realized you don't hear the bucket.
Wait. What do you mean?
With the hand in it.
Yeah, you don't hear it.
Oh.
That bucket is always clanging around making noise.
Oh. Wow. I don't hear anything, and that is not a good thing.
Yeah, it's basically when you enter a house, you know that has a dog, and you don't hear the dog.
Where am dog?
I am a little concerned. Let's go check this out.
All right, so everybody roll me your muscles. I'll consider that for you to move stuff around and search the place.
Can I use lift? Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, you lift?
Yep.
She does,
I
bro.
lift,
She lift. My muscles
guess-
is only 2, and I'm assuming my muscles specialty of climb won't apply to this.
No.
I also have lift.
I got
10.
Awesome.
Lift
got
now.
Oh, wow, and he got 19. Doug got 19. Doug is
Doug
taking
lift.
Chad's protein powder.
All right, so Doug, you managed to find the bucket. The bucket, normally it's like 3/4 full of slime. It's only a quarter full, and it looks like the hand's starting to lose. Like it looks less solid than it looks like it's withering.
Oh, he's draining psychokinetic energy.
You kind of get the idea. You should go check your mood slime reserves elsewhere.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Also, what's the containment grid looking like? 'Cause it was almost full before.
It was almost full. It's now 3/4 empty.
I text readings to Ray.
Ray's like, and no one's touched it.
No one's touched it.
He's like, okay, that's weird. We'll get Holtzman on the next flight. Just give us a few hours.
Yeah, all right.
Doug has a little bit of slime dripping off the top of his head.
Why?
I was trying to get a closer look at it.
Oh, my God.
You notice that your slime blowers are now 3/4 empty. The containment unit is 3/4 empty.
God, she's like a psychic vampire.
Yeah.
But you're not quite sure how this all relates.
Obviously, she eats psychokinetic energy.
But for what purpose and why?
She's not
Because
human.
she's a psychic vampire?
She's not human. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys have figured out your slime's going missing. Something's definitely connected to the underground in Toronto. You guys all sit around. A couple hours passes. Eventually, you get a phone call. It's an Uber driver asking where you guys are located.
Okay, I give the store's address.
Give the store's address. About 20 minutes later, you see a blonde-haired woman in goggles strolling with a rather
She's
large...
still wearing the goggles.
She strolls in. She has this huge-ass silver duffel bag. And she's like, hey, guys, Got some stuff for you.
Oh, okay.
Are you Holtzman?
Dr. Jillian Holtzman, pleased to meet you. She seems unusually happy about all this. So I hear things. She's like, so I hear things are going to hell.
Yeah, a little bit. And
Oh.
this is just like very, very nonchalantly checking her out.
She's like,
Just
oh,
'cause.
man, can't wait to blow some shit up with you guys, you know, proverbially speaking. But still, this is great, isn't it? She's like,
I mean, things have been better, but
she's like, well, let me show you what I got here. It's so cool. So she's like, so she grabs one of the tables off the back room. She pulls out 2 of the new packs from the new movie. She's like, these are what we're calling, these are my experimental design. These are the Proton Pack Mark IIs. They're not as good energy-wise as, say, Stance and Spengler's design. I'll admit that. But these things tear ghosts right apart. As in, you don't even need to trap them. You can, quote-unquote, I'm not going to say...
Doug just picks one up.
She's like, how do you kill something that's already dead, right? Am I right? Right. So let's just say it is pretty cool. Basically, this is your lethal option. But check it out. So you guys get 2 for the next couple of weeks. Let me know how it works out. And for God's sakes, don't let them overheat because, boom.
So no one was concerned that in the middle of her talking, I just picked up this extremely dangerous weapon.
She's like, oh, no, man. Go have fun with it. She's like, all right, we also have photon grenades. Pretty cool. Just what it sounds. Pull the pin. Boom. Ghost goes boom with it. Presumably, we don't hit many with these things, but it's still it is nice to have. Now, this is something kind of cool. This is something that I just designed, just came off the bench a couple of days ago. You're gonna laugh at the name because it's a little goofy. I'm still trying to find something cooler sounding, but it's what we're calling the Ghost Gummer. And what this thing is, it looks like it's shaped like a gun, but it has a slime reservoir right in the middle of it. And it's typically pink. And she says, what this does, anything that's been possessed or potentially has any PKE energy, this thing takes it, sticks it right to the wall. You can basically peel possessed people right out of this stuff. It's experimental. I'm still kind of working on the design, but it's had a pretty good success rate so far. Very cool stuff. You only get about 5 shots before you have to refill the reservoir, but it's a good non-lethal option if you don't want to shoot your friends with a proton beam because, no one wants that.
I do agree that you need to find a better name for it.
Yeah,
Because it sounds kind of like a sex act, just so you know.
She looks at you, she goes, whoa. You totally went there, and I'm okay with that. So she's like, yeah, so that's what I got for you guys so far. So Ray mentioned you want me to take a look at your containment unit too?
Yeah.
She's like, all right, come on, follow me. So
Doug hastily puts the new piece of equipment into his pocket, or at least tries to fit it in. And he's struggling with it the whole time you're walking there.
She's like, loosen the straps. It's cool, dude. Don't worry about it. So you guys get downstairs. She looks at
Just cramming in my pants.
She looks at your containment unit. And she's like, and you haven't dumped this thing in 5 years?
Yeah.
Wow, you'd swear this thing was built like a year ago. Like, because whatever you had in here, they're gone. Like, not emptied how like we'd do it, because we'd put them into a more portable containment unit to dump in ours in New York, but this is weird. I don't know what to tell you.
God, Agnes just like shouts fuck and is like, the mayor was here yesterday, Bob. Do you think, or I guess it was today, do you think she could have emptied
I thought
this
we just
somehow?
had this conversation where I specifically said, I think she's some kind of psychic vampire.
But how could she have known how to empty this?
Psychic vampire.
She goes, well, it's funny you mention that because I don't see any evidence of a vampire directly, but she points to a couple of readings on your containment grid. She's like, this is typically caused by magical interference.
Oh,
but
shit.
then there's something here that's definitely tech. Like a really weird hybrid.
I will show her the photos.
She's like, huh. Well, that's weird. That's weird.
Do you have any idea?
That's pretty cool. I want that.
Okay, Jillian, focus.
Right.
Do you have any idea what this could be?
She's looking at it. She kind of takes off her goggles, puts down her glasses, and like, well, I don't know. It's like looking at it. Someone's using a really weird mix of tech and magic, but I'm not sure why. I mean, magic we don't come across too often. I mean, obviously we deal with some pretty weird shit day to day. We're seeing more and more paranormal creatures turn out to be real, but we don't often see real life magic. This is something, guys. You guys are on to something special. Let me tell you. What else you guys got?
I mean, did we show her the pictures of like the blueprints and everything?
Oh yeah, blueprints,
Well,
subways.
let's tell her. Like, I would say, like, we would tell her our theory about something going on underground.
She's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty weird. Really? She starts kind of going through the photographs, kind of, sort of cross-referencing it, and she's like, well, if you look here and here, obviously they're digging for something, but they start to form a bit of a pattern here. So if I connect the dots and go da 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 da, I'd say your next bet is. She looks at another map. He's like, do you guys got like a more current like street map here or something?
We have Google.
Yeah, sure, that'll do.
That'll work. I
I
just
love
pulled
when
up
you
her
guys just
phone.
laugh whenever I just say something in this voice.
Agnes pulls up her phone and pulls up Google Maps, just a big thing of Toronto.
She's like, okay, well, looking at the age of the building, typically when things start to get put together, I'd say you're going to be looking at probably. There's a high school right here. You guys should probably be taking a look at.
Oh my God, is it Degrassi?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's
God.
Degrassi.
She's like, looking at it's this Degrassi High building. The age is about the right thing. The background kinetics seem to match up. And there's definitely some underground activity that's happened in the last couple of months.
I always knew that school was trouble.
She's like, Degrassi. Do you mean that stupid show with the kids?
Hey,
Yes.
that is a Canadian treasure.
Oh, man. I used to watch that all the time when I was a little girl. It's so weird. It's real. I wonder if the kid in the wheelchair will be there.
Which one?
I don't know. The
one that's
stupid
famous
one.
now.
It's the famous one.
Drake.
Drake, dude. Drake.
She's like, yeah, I would start
I'm just trying
checking
to figure
here.
out which version of Degrassi Holtzman is now talking about.
Oh my God.
But she's like, yeah, I'd start checking out this Degrassi school if I was you. I mean, it seems to fit the pattern. You guys, there was a proposed slime farm to go in here, but it was deemed unsafe due to the kids.
Huh.
Because you don't know how the kids are going to react to the
And the
psychic
fact that it was on TV.
Well, see, that's why it was picked, actually. Because it has such goodwill towards it, but it's the kids introduce an unknown element towards it. But still, you guys should probably go check this out. I think that'd probably be your best bet, is to find out what the hell's going on now.
My God, guys, there are 5 different Degrassi series.
I love how you needed to look that up just now, just in case. Okay, well, I mean, we can always go check that out now. Not like we have anything else to do for the rest of the day.
She's like, yeah, because you're like gears here now. So as much as I'd love to hang around and help you guys blow some shit up, I got to get back to New York. So if you guys have any questions, here's the cell number if you need me directly. And like I said, don't let these packs overheat. They're basically like mini nuclear bombs.
All right.
So
Everything we
thanks,
have is a
Jillian.
mini nuclear bomb. At some point, we really need to move away from nuclear power.
Oh, you kidding? But it blows up so pretty. She's like, but anyway, though, you guys have yourselves a nice night. I'll catch you guys. Hopefully, we will get together real soon. We'll have a potluck. It'll be great. All right. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
So she grabs her gear, bounces out the door. You think, what an oddly happy woman. So
She
like
was
her.
an orc in
I
a
like her.
past life.
So what are you guys gonna do now? You now have an idea on where to go.
I say we go there. Like, what time of the day is it right now?
It's probably around 7 or 8 at night.
Okay. Well, that would be a good time to go. And it is summer, so I mean, we're not gonna run into anyone. I would suggest we go.
All right, so you guys head down to Degrassi. You guys head down through Toronto and Ecto 6. So you guys doing quiet approach or loud approach?
I'm always for stealth, but it's up to you guys.
I have 5 dice and sneak.
I don't actually have any teeth. I have dodge.
I don't do stealth.
Well, yeah, I guess you're Bob. So, I mean, it's up to you.
I
Then,
guess
Bob. You're the
you're
boss.
Bob.
Doug's already gone.
Well, they were all deciding. All right, Bob.
That's how
you
sneaky
better
he is.
lead us then. You're a fearless leader.
Okay, well, we're going to Degrassi.
We're gonna go the loud way or the stealthy way.
The only way I know how.
Okay, so you guys pull up to Degrassi. It's you guys arrive there at about say 9. There's a bunch of cars in the parking lot. You also see Phil's car.
Oh shit!
Phil has betrayed us.
Okay.
Phil has betrayed us. Either
This
that or
point-
he's been
We gotta
sent
find-
off on a secret mission by the mayor that's going to lead to his inevitable demise.
At this point, Doug is standing right next to Bob, and he didn't see him walk up. Hey, boss.
Ah!
Where the hell did you come from?
I was in the car.
Do that.
Okay, I say we go to try to find Phil because this is ridiculous.
I agree.
Okay, so I guess we're entering the school.
All right, so you guys enter the school. The school doors are unlocked.
That's weird, but good.
But good. You can also hear a lot of commotion coming from the gym. Like just a lot of people talking. You do see people coming and going down the hallway, but nobody has noticed you come in yet.
Okay, well, Jim. Then we'll see if there's like a meeting going on or something.
Oh yeah, we are of course in our Ghostbusters overalls with our proton packs.
With the new equipment that Jillian gave us.
Yep.
So you
All right.
guys are all wearing the Mark IIs then?
Yeah, I'm down.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, now on your sheets, how it says, do you guys have your equipment cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Your sheet, basically, your proton packs now do 1 extra bit of damage,
Oh, okay.
but if you fire them 2 turns in a row, they can overheat. So you just have to be careful with them. But I'll just say, don't fire them more than 3 rounds in a row. Give them a round to cool off, or boom.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
okay. So this
Plus-
is one of those. It would be bad. Define bad, Egon.
Yeah, now
Well,
with these ones, you also can choose between trapping or destroying a ghost.
Okay.
Cool.
Depends on whether or not it's Rob Ford.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because these packs are more raw energy destructive. They don't necessarily need to. You don't necessarily need a trap with this one. So if you want to deal with a ghost problem more permanently, you can totally strip away what energy they have and dissipate them. Anyway,
Cool.
okay,
Ghost murder.
more or less. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Can I roll sneak now?
Yep.
I'll pull out my PKE meter.
Okay.
Oh, I got 20.
Okay, Doug. So what are you gonna do with the sneak? Like, Do you want to sneak towards the gym? Like, how do you want to approach it?
I'm gonna sneak towards the gym.
Okay, so you sneak towards the gym, kind of keeping close to the wall, occasionally ducking in the classrooms.
The way Doug tends to sneak is not always intentionally. He just kind of walks in a straight line, but really quietly and nondescriptly, and people just don't notice him.
All right, so it's more like casual sneaking. You know, just fly casual. So you casually sneak towards the gym.
Casually sneak. I like that.
You walk up towards the gym, and you notice the room is filled with tons of people, and you look up towards the ceiling. It's covered in slime, but it's black.
Oh shit!
You know that as the black caustic slime. That's the stuff that damages. That's the kind of slime that will kill you.
Shit. Okay.
You also notice the room is also full. You see probably 20 or 30 kids, and you also see there's other people in there. There's something wrong with their face, but you can't quite tell. You also see off to the side, you see Phil with his pack in there as well.
Okay, so what is Phil doing?
Phil just seems to be just kind of standing there.
Is he possessed?
You can't tell. Now, switching over to Bob, do you want to sneak up with him and use your PKE meter?
Sure.
Okay, roll me your sneak.
This is going to go so well. As I've learned from all other attempts at stealth, in the entirety of Terrible Warriors, I'm going to spend a brownie point on it.
All right.
9.
I'm going to say through the miracle of everybody else is just really occupied right now, you managed to sneak down the hallway behind Doug because he was sneaking so well. It's almost like you piggybacked upon it. You look into the room. Everybody is lighting up with PKE energy except one person.
The mayor?
Yeah. Like, it's like the person's not even there.
Oh my god.
You also see...
She's a psychic vampire.
There's also some other readings coming off of other people. It's almost like there's some... Normally, when you look at a person through the PKE, you can see what their soul looks like, so to speak, like their soul energy. There's something different coming out of about 5 or 6 of the people in the room, Phil included.
Okay.
It's something you've never seen before.
Okay, question. If I remember correctly, in Ghostbusters 2, there was a thing where the mood slime would turn black. If there's... Is that what we're seeing here?
It's more like from the video game.
Okay.
That's where I'm drawing it from. The mood slime in the video game, the black mood slime it's caustic, it's very acidic, and it's damaging to both mind, body, and soul. Mind you, your jumpsuits are insulated against it, but if it splashes you in the face, it's still in the face. But your gloves and your boots would protect you from it.
They're positively polarized.
Exactly.
Or something.
Yeah, so don't touch the shit if you can help it.
Gotcha.
So you see the mayor basically looking up and down at all these kids going, all right, so which one of you am I going to use next? You also, everybody roll me brains.
Okay.
6.
Oh, I rolled a ghost die.
Fuck's sake, Tom.
19.
Well, Doug, you notice they have a nice vending machine in here.
Ooh, it has
Sweet.
Snapple.
Is it like a drink machine or a snack machine?
It's
I've got
Snapple.
this strange hankering for Doritos.
Bigger fish, Doug.
Agnes, you start looking around and you notice, you see the 2 kids from Master Control, the boy and the girl.
Okay, wait, are
Doug's
they in
laying
the...
a trap underneath the vending machine
Oh
in case the
my God.
Doritos in there are possessed too.
Okay, so are they are they also like in that weird possessed
No, they
state?
are all tied up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, like most of the 30 kids that are in there, they are all tied up.
Dodd,
Yes.
you know what? Since we're pretty much coming to the end of the episode, okay, screw it. I got to do this. There's not very often that I get to interrupt a dark ritual.
Oh no.
So she's calling, are there any volunteers? You see this look go in Bob's eyes. And you've seen it every once in a while when you're dealing with a ghost. It's every once in a while, Bob seems to kind of switch over and realize that he's really isn't just it's Bob going from being a used furniture salesman
To being a
who's a
hero.
Ghostbuster in his free time to being a Ghostbuster who's also a used furniture salesman.
Nice.
So as she asks, he switches on the pack so that like the silence of the room is suddenly just filled up with the hum of the pack charging up. Oh, teacher,
She's
hit
like,
me.
she looks over at you and goes,
I
"What
just
the
want
hell?"
a damn hero moment before we close out the episode.
Well, still got 20 minutes. Here's your first combat or your second
Fuck's
combat
sake,
of the
Dodd, You
episode.
should have told me we had 20 minutes left when I said because we're coming near the end of the episode.
You walked into this one, buddy. All right,
I'm gonna
then.
roll. I'm gonna
Let's
roll
have some-
sneak to stealthily eat Doritos next to him while he's doing this.
Let's have
That's
some
fine.
banter from her.
Well, she's definitely a thing. So we've got all this weird gear on us.
Okay, Doug, you are stealthily eating Doritos.
I am gonna have since there's no point in sneaking anymore. Agnes is just gonna walk up behind Bob and
Let's see how opening up with a proton pack works.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are you going to shoot at? There's her and there's
Wait,
the
no,
goons.
wait. I have a better idea. I have a better thing to throw at them because we didn't release him yet.
Maurice
Bob
Richard.
tosses the trap on the
oh my god!
and releases the ghost of Maurice Richard.
Oh my god!
All right, so you swing the trap over your head like a lasso, throw it into the room.
Well, because we're walking, it's like it's a gym and an auditorium. I'm assuming she's up on like the dais or the podium or something like that.
Yep.
He just slides the trap in between the row of people so it gets to the front of the podium and then releases the ghost.
Oh my god!
All right, you do as such. The trap flies open. Maurice Richard looks out. He's like,
She said bad things about the Canadians.
ah! He charges at her, raises his goaltender stick, and
No
she's
way
like,
this could go wrong.
she looks at him. She raises that device in her hand. You hear this high pitched squeal, and Maurice Richard gets thrown back against the wall and goes through it.
I blast the device.
All right, roll me your moves.
Let's see if I can hit it with my proton gun. Big money, no whammies. Spend a brownie point because why the fuck not? 31.
31. All right, you managed to hit the device right out of her hand. You hear this high pitched squeal, and then boom, like that. You see she goes flying back from this. Like you've definitely singed her. She's like, oh, man, did you make a mistake today? She's like, get him, boys.
I'm gonna throw a grenade
okay,
at
shit.
her.
So wait. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, yo, throw the ghost grenade because they're about to charge us.
Okay. What do I roll
I would
for?
also like to add civilians.
Yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
ghost grenade.
All right.
I'll spend a brownie point.
Okay.
What does that get me?
An extra die. You have
Okay.
30 of them. They're also your health points.
Okay. Wait, 30? I thought we had 20.
I thought we had 30.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
It doesn't.
Okay, so what do I roll?
You have
moves.
for that?
Moves.
Yeah, moves. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, if you have like weapons or anything.
Okay, so with a brownie point, that's 46 then. Okay. 17.
Okay, so you whip the grenade into the middle of the group of goons. The ghost grenade goes off. It doesn't take them down, but it weakens them significantly. You can tell, like, if they're possessed, whatever you hit inside them hurt them. Normally, this should have taken them out in one single hit. But something about them seems really off. Something, everybody roll brains.
My specialty.
Can I roll a positive?
Brains?
2 again.
What am brains good?
Uncanny.
Can I roll brain or can I roll occult as well? Dad?
Yes.
Okay. 18.
Okay, so you look at them, and there's something very feral about their features. And from what you understand, from what you've read up, especially in the last 24 hours, especially since Bob keeps mentioning about psychic vampires, well, these fit the definition of a vampire.
Shit.
All
right.
Crazy now.
You also notice that Phil is among them.
Is it nighttime?
Yep.
Oh,
9 o'clock at night.
so I guess smashing open windows wouldn't do anything.
No, not really.
No,
Although no,
Anyone have any garlic on them? Goddamn. All right.
So as far as you understand, a vampire is a demon inhabiting a body,
Okay.
which means your proton streams will work on them.
They will?
It's never been field tested, but it would make sense.
Okay.
Doug is gonna check the ingredients on the back of the Doritos to see if
Oh my
garlic is
God,
one of them.
Wow.
definitely not one of them.
Okay. I'm gonna say, how many civilians are in there?
30.
Is the mayor's page? Is she still like incapacitated?
She's down, but she's starting to stand back up.
Okay. I feel like we need to get the civilians out of there. Agnes is gonna just charge in and try to gather as many civilians up with her as possible to run out of the room so that they don't get further injured.
Okay.
So, did you want me to like roll moves for that?
Roll moves, because as you start to run in, the slime from the ceiling is starting to drip down at a more rapid rate.
Okay.
And it's moving towards the civilians.
Okay. How many brownie points can I spend at once?
Think as many as you want.
Okay, fuck it. I'm
You
spending
can,
like
just
5.
keep in mind that they're your health levels.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm gonna use 5 of them.
Okay.
Because I don't have strong moves whatsoever. 27. There we go.
Okay, so all right. So what do you want to do?
I want to try to get the civilians, like as many civilians out of there as possible. So I'm just gonna try to like run in, grab them all, yell at them all to run out the door.
Okay, so you run in, you grab a bunch of them they're in groups of 5. Mm-hmm. So you manage to grab three groups of 5. You just
Can I
pull them to
say
their
that
feet.
she specifically aimed to go to go get those 2 kids that they found in the ACC before?
Yep, you can do that.
Cool.
You can do that. You just as you get to the girl and the guy that are from the ACC, the black slime drops right down in front of you.
Oh,
roll me your moves again.
Shit. Okay, I'm using another brownie point because this is going to be absolutely bad. 2, 6, 5. Fuck.
Okay, so you are splashed with this and take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
However, though, as the slime hits you, the slime keeps pouring down and pours into the form of probably about a 10-foot person.
Shit. Okay.
Basically, this would be a slime golem.
Okay.
The other groups of kids see this and immediately start screaming. Mm-hmm. The entire gym is now in utter chaos.
Shit.
All right, swinging back to Derek's character. And then Doug. What are you going to do, Crazy Bob?
Yeah, Crazy Bob, what are you going to do?
Derek, are you there?
Is he still here?
Did we lose Derek?
I don't think so. No, it says he's still here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it muted for a moment.
Okay.
So,
Nice job.
right. Well then, doing it live, everybody. I'm gonna run away because they're all running after me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run away.
So you're like, ah! Like
I've had my big damn hero moment for the day.
Okay. Well, if it's my turn, you said a slime golem.
yeah.
Why don't we fight golems with golems? I'm gonna unleash Chippy on the slime golem.
Oh,
You're just
God.
going to throw the bag of Doritos at him?
Yeah.
All right. You throw the bag of Doritos
Oh
at the
my
slime
god,
golem.
this fight has suddenly turned from Ghostbusters into Pokemon.
Go, Chippy!
Go, Maurice!
Okay, what do I roll for this? Moves?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a brownie point. I'm gonna spend 2 brownie points because I really want this to work.
Roll. Use nacho cheese.
Let's make it 4. I'm gonna spend 4 brownie points on this.
All right.
Okay, so that's 76. I got 26.
Okay, so you throw Chippy out, literally hitting with the force of a Mack truck, hits the slime golem against the wall. It splatters, reforms not too long afterwards, but Chippy and the slime golem are slugging it out. So they're just bam, bam, bam against each other.
Dear God, this is straight up fucking Pokemon.
As you notice,
Super effective.
as you notice, the boy from the ACC is starting to run towards your group as well as the girl. But the girl gets in between the slime golems while trying to run. Is anybody going to try and rescue her?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you
I
gonna
have
do?
to roll moves again, aren't I? Shit. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna use. Shit, I'm gonna use another brownie point.
Okay,
Oh my god, yeah, that was absolute bullshit.
okay. So what were you trying to do?
I was trying to
grab her?
grab him and take him from between the 2 golems.
Okay, so you managed to grab him, but not her.
Shit. Okay.
So what happens is you grab him by his like pants, right by his like buckle,
Yep.
throw him behind you,
Yep.
and just for a second, the girl starts to stand up, starts to throw a punch and a kick at the slime golem, thinking it might do something. The golem smashes her right through the floor.
Oh my god.
But the golem is now through the floor.
Oh my god.
The other kids are running towards the exit. And the only ones that are left in the room now is basically the vampires and the vampire Phil. You don't see the mayor anywhere.
Oh my god.
The
Okay, so she got
vampire
away.
Phil. So we've got Holtzman's weird anti-possession slime thing, right? Mm-hmm. And they've all been weakened by the grenade.
Yep.
Shoot Phil. I'm gonna shoot Phil.
Oh my god.
Okay, right, roll it.
This better work.
17.
All right, so you charge out a shot with the ghost gummer. It pins Phil to the wall. And you could hear, it's almost like there's 2 voices coming out of him. One sounds weakly like his human side, and one sounds utterly terrifying on another, almost pants-shittingly scary.
Shut!
the other
Pull him
side.
out! Pull him out!
Hey, Doug. Stop reading the friggin' Doritos bag.
Are you going to save Phil, Doug?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Roll me your muscles.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so you manage. So what you do is you grab a hold of Doug's hands, or not Doug's hands, a coat of Phil's hands, pull him away from the wall. The spirit or the demon that was inhabiting Phil's body is stuck to the wall, whereas Phil's body is with you.
I thought Phil was a vampire.
He is,
Okay.
but the body hasn't changed back. So you separated the demon from the body.
Wait. So we have a Ghostbuster who has vampire powers?
Yep.
Oh my god, yes.
Go kick their asses, vampire Phil!
Well, there's you kind of. Well, he's unconscious right now,
Oh.
but
So I think it's safe to say, though,
So-
that we're running away.
So am I just dragging him away or what?
it's up to you.
Throw him over your shoulder.
Well, I mean, like he's completely limp here.
Completely
He's
limp.
Passed out.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna drag him until someone comes and helps me carry him or something.
I'm going to provide some covering fire against the vampires.
Okay. Roll me your moves there, Derek.
17 again.
All right, Crazy Bob lays down a barrage of proton stream fire, actually managing to kill one of the vampires. What happens is you strike him in the chest. The beam holds long enough fries the demon inside, but also fries the tissue with it. So you managed to.
Mike was kind of just meaning to shoot the walls and stuff.
Well, you managed to scare them back.
Yeah.
They're not coming after you anymore. They saw that and they're like, well, we're not messing with that now. So the other vampires start to back up and they start to head back the other way towards where you presume Paige went.
Okay.
But you guys are free to run with the rest of the kids out front of the school.
Okay, Agnes is going to not do that and look down the hole that was made in the floor where the little girl went, because she feels like shit now that she couldn't save that girl because she doesn't know she's still alive.
Yeah, you don't hear anything coming out of that hole. Just a lot of nothing.
What does the boy? Is the boy saying anything?
He's kind of too much in shock to say anything.
Oh shit. How deep is the hole?
You can't even hear the bottom.
Fuck's sakes. Okay, Agnes is gonna go outside of the school just to collect her thoughts before she goes back in.
All right, so you do as such. As you guys are coming outside, Toronto Fire and EMS is finally showing up on scene. And as you as they show up, one of the paramedics comes over to you guys and says, "What the hell happened in there? That kid's covered in weird burns and shit, but ain't no chemical burn I've ever seen before."
Well, Agnes isn't saying anything. She's completely silent because she's trying to figure out what to do.
You, Ghostbuster! She's pointing at Doug. What the hell is going on here? What have you people done now?
I want to be clear. It was like this when we got here. We are not affiliated with what happened here. We are merely getting children out of danger. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this, I recommend that you ask the new mayor.
Coincidentally, it's the new mayor.
Coincidentally, and he holds up a photograph that he took with his phone. Coincidentally, it's the new mayor.
They're like, oh, that's a whack of crazy. Okay.
They're like, well, we don't have a good explanation for that.
My Doritos beat up a slime golem.
If you run into the ghost of Maurice Richard in there, tell him he did good. And he won the cup again.
They look so confused. They're like, tell you what, I'm going to go do some medical stuff. I suggest you people go home for the night.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
I'm going to go over there.
Mike.
Yes.
Do I happen to know anyone with any of the papers? Is there at least like one reporter who doesn't think I'm a crackpot?
One of the people who writes opinion editorials for the Hamilton Spectator thinks you're all right because you got him a really good deal on a couch.
Awesome.
I love
Crazy Bob comes through again. So I'm going to tell him we have a story for him.
If Crazy Bob got him a good deal on the couch, Crazy Bob knew he was a reporter before he walked in.
It's almost 100% certain.
But they're like, yeah, so you call your news buddy, and he's like, tell you what, meet me. There's a Tim Hortons on Upper James Street. Let's talk tomorrow morning.
Right.
And with that brings hour 3 to a conclusion for the Hamilton Ghostbusters and the Toronto Ghostbusters, rather, as they save the students of Degrassi High from a fate of, you're not quite sure what the mayor is actually trying to accomplish. But now there are definitely confirmed vampires are now involved, which means, well, it's not just spooks and specters anymore out there. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the thrilling conclusion, which will happen next hour right here on Ghostbusters Now Hiring. Once again, big thanks to nerdyshow.com for helping us out with the updated weapon cards and updated rule sets for this. So anyway, for Terrible Warriors, we have been...
I'm Derek the Bard from Jason the Muse.
I'm Tom. He is an evil genius white from Weird Video Games.
I'm Tiffany Fonsolo Compton.
And I've been Mike the Birdman Dodd saying, who you gonna call?
Hopefully not us. 'cause we're terrible.
And that wraps up the Ghostbuster arc. Don't worry, we'll be returning to Crazy Bob and his Ghostbusters again in the future. But for now, if you're a Patreon supporter, you know you can head over to our Patreon page to get your link to the Ghostbusters Now Hiring campaign, available as a single downloadable file. And of course, The Terrible Warriors has new episodes every Monday and Thursday. On Thursday, we return to the next chapter in Derek the Bard's newest campaign set in the world of Deadland. We're calling it The Adventures of Change and Stone. We're taking on the Western genre the only way we know how, with occult conspiracies and prophecies of the end of the world. Ha! And this is where I would have been telling you that on Monday we are returning to the realms of Ravenloft. However, we have something else in mind. I don't know why I agreed to this, but for 1 week only, we are going to have new episodes every single day, starting on Monday and ending on Friday. You are going to get 5 new episodes next week. Why? Because we're partnering up with Onyx Path to promote Scion, the 2nd edition. The game's not even out yet. The Kickstarter isn't even over yet. We're gonna have the game right here at the Terrible Warriors table. We are playing the game on Sunday, and we are releasing it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The Kickstarter ends on Saturday. So this is all just a final push to celebrate the end of a successful Kickstarter campaign, the final week of the 2nd edition Scion Kickstarter, and right here, come back on Monday for the Terrible Warriors exclusive playtest of the new Scion 2nd edition with Derek the Bard as Game Master, Mike the Birdman Dodd, Cassie Chu, and myself, Justin Eacock. We're going to be sitting around the table and we're going to be playing this new edition of Scion for you Monday through Friday, a daily special edition of the Terrible Warriors, and then I'm going to have a nap. So we will return to the realms of Ravenloft later this month in a campaign we're calling Dead by Dawn's Light. And we're recording new episodes of Embers of the Jedi. We have a new campaign called Dogs in the Vineyard, Hunter the Reckoning, more in the works. Suicide Squad we will be getting to, and well, you're keeping us busy. Tweet us at Dice Warriors, follow us for the updates on the show, and of course, you can now support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Today's Terrible Warriors have been Mike Dodd, Derek Burrow, Cam Dunn, Tiff Compton, and Tom White. Music by Kevin MacLeod, artwork by Steve Saylor, audio production by Justin Eacock, and until next time, thank you for listening, thank you for sharing, thank you for reviewing and supporting, thank you for being a Terrible Warrior.